Hi Foxy friends, this is Sarah from Foxy's Domestic Side, and today I have a redo video. Probably about a year ago, I posted a video on how to tie the perfect bow, and it's been getting a lot of flack for being too fast. So I decided to refilm it for you guys and show you a slower version of how to tie the perfect bow. I apologize for making it so fast. I was doing this wreath video on how to do a wreath for your kitchen cabinets or for your cabinets, and I just quickly did the video not really thinking that it would kind of blow up like it did. So I apologize for that video, and here is my redo. How to make the perfect bow. Okay, what you're going to need for this video is a pair of scissors and your ribbon. This is just wire ribbon here that I got on sale at Michael's. This is what I'm going to potentially attach it to. You can attach it to anything you want. What you want to do is not cut it from your roll of ribbon, because once you cut it, you can't really take it back. So you don't really know how big you want this bow to be. So you want to take whatever you're gonna put the bow on and have it as a guide right next to you, so you can tell how big you want this bow. So for me, I'm gonna put this kind of near the top, right here. So I probably want the first loop to be about there. So you wanna have a starting point. You want to not cut the end of your ribbon roll. You wanna just leave it on the roll of ribbon, and when you are done is when you are going to cut it. So that way you can get your tails to be exactly the same length. When you have your thing, whatever you're going to tie your ribbon to, I'm gonna tie it to this Christmas tree that I found at Kohl's. So you wanna see kind of how big you want your loop to be. So I want it to be just about there. You can make it bigger or smaller, but I think I want it just about there. So when I do this, you're going to, let me zoom in a bit. So you have this loop, right? And you're going to tie it around like you would a shoelace. So at this point right here is when you would stick this through here and tie your bow. But if I were to do that, the felt side would be up on one side and the inside of the bow would be out on the other side. So we don't want that, right? So what we do, so you tie it like this. So you have your little loop. Let's see, not like, maybe like that. So you have your loop with the felt side out. So you want, you know, this is the felt side out. And you want to tie your bow. And so when you go through this piece right here, you're going to want to twist it so that the felt side is out. And then when you're pulling it through, you see how it's kind of, you can see the non-felt side. You want to make sure before you tighten it that only felt is showing, or the right side is showing. And you see if I tighten this, I'm gonna lose this tail. So I'm gonna pull this a little bit smaller so when I tighten it, so this is the part where you need to kind of play with it. You might end up with, so there is your bow. Like that. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Let's flatten out this ribbon. This is wired ribbon. It will work with anything, but it looks the prettiest with wired because you can shape the wire however you want. So we'll zoom out a bit. So you have your ribbon, and you're gonna fold it like you're tying a shoelace. So you need that first loop. You want to measure the loop to whatever you're going to need it for. So this is about right, like this. This is about how big I want my bow to be. So you're just going to tie it like a bow, like a shoelace. So you want to make sure that the felt always stays out. Now this is the part where you would normally go through, but because you see if I were to push this through, this would be on the wrong non-felt side. So what you want to do is when you come through, you want to twist this. See, normally you would push it through like this, like that. You want to twist it so when you put it through, you're on the felt side. So as you can see, there's some felt side on this side, but not felt side on this side. So what you want to do then is take the ribbon before you tighten it and flatten it out. So that all the felt is facing out before you tighten it. So I'm going to tighten it. Now this loop is really big, obviously. This one's a little smaller. So you want to pull this to make them even. And this is exactly why you don't cut it off the roll, because you never know how big you really want it. Then you can put it down and say, oh, I like that. Okay, so you can see that all the velvet is showing. And then you can, this one is still, then you can make it so that it's, because it's wired ribbon, you can fluff it out like this. And then I would come and cut this however you want to cut it. And I would probably hot glue this on. So just to make it even. So you can do it like this. You could cut it the other direction if you wanted. Cut it the other direction. You can cut it straight. This and like this, and then make little V's in here. Like that. There you go. How to make a perfect wire bow. So I hope you guys understood all of that stuff. That is how I tie my bows. I tie my bow, if I have a dress on and it needs a bow, I tie it the exact same way, where I flip the one side over and then tie the bow to get a perfect flat bow. So that's how I tie my daughter's bows on her dresses, the bows on my dresses, any kind of bow that I need to tie, I tie it like that so that it lays perfectly flat and you get those two perfect lines with the tails of your ribbon or your bow or whatever that you're tying. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was much slower for you. Thanks for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!